We did it, boys. We did it, boys.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbur's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Wow. Oh, it's Daddy! Hi, Daddy. I'm gonna touch that robe of yours. Look so
beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Oh shit, why am I able to stand in the
sun? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me.
Honestly, Jonathan is being kind of a douche. I just want to say goodbye.
You did well.
Why did...
You are the doctor. You...
I noticed that all the Icors were female.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
Well, I'm hoping to probe you for that answer, but thanks.
So our beloved mother will just go...
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother. My...
What does she seek?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to Sith.
What will become?
They will never stop searching for William Marshall.
What will become?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
Ah, God damn it.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
Oh shit. Alright, cool.
You? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons and to bid them fare thee well.
I wish I had not saved that guy.
Plural. My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Tell me about William Marshall.
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong.
William Marshall was the first champion. Or not the first one, but the last
chosen
one.
to defeat a...
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
Maybe she is William Marshall.
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed.
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate...
That's my theory. What if my girlfriend... What if my girlfriend is William Marshall?
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Who are your sons?
You are my son.
This is madness. How
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother.
William Shakespeare?
Maybe you shall meet one night.
So that is all we are to you?
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you.
King
I'm
Suckther.
more when you fail.
This character is interesting.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reid. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
This game is cool.
I cannot enter. The castle walls look decrepit.
Good luck on your test.
Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Tomorrow. Good luck studying today. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in. The back door, if you want. Find the back door. Where's my beloved?
It's locked, all right. The
Beloved!
lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors.
Beloved! Where art thou? 'Tis I, Dr. Goodsuck.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell.
Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for your recent letter and all good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when you arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky, although I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health. You're welcome any day. We'll discuss the wonderful ideas of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies, inspired by the French Maison Royale de Saint-Louis. Sadly closed when the French people chose, my god, I can't even write these words down, to cut off their king's head. Such a place, destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls, will surely excite my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make your project a huge success.
Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere. I cannot enter.
It's locked!
This castle is falling apart.
Yeah, no shit. It's old. Like your genitals. Elizabeth Blackwood, 1666. Guys, what if Elizabeth is Marshall? Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of these walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was most impressed by your respectful approach concerning renovations of historical buildings and their preservation. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. My only request would be to speak to you directly and not your assistants. Any evening of the next month will be agreeable. You may come to the castle, or I can meet you at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I could show you what kind of repairs and modifications I had in mind concerning the crypt. which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely,
Like most
Lady
castles,
Ashbury.
this one has a crypt. And
Guys!
it holds something special inside.
Guys! A portrait of me.
Elizabeth, my love. You allow my portrait to watch
It's
over you
me.
while you sleep.
Hey, Shadow! $18.88. Oh my god. Is she William Marshall?
Fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume.
Is that
She
who
was
she
here.
be?
And recently.
Is she the William Marshall? She was painted by Van Gogh. Van Gogh. 1788, France. She's had a life. She has had one. Or maybe she boned Marshall. I think she is Marshall.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking.
Okay. That one was a shield, the other one was a sword. What am I looking for? A lance? Oh, there's another mechanism button.
Voila.
Let me guess, the fireplace swung open. Was it the fireplace? Was it the fireplace? Damn it. I was really hoping it would be the fireplace. What's this? Recent contract. Dear Lady Ashbury, I write to confirm that my men will be at your council next Monday to begin the new work of the crypt and its access. The plans have been approved, and I'll personally be on site to supervise the installation of the locks and security measures you have requested. I can also assure you that my men have been briefed about never entering the crypt itself, or the second floor of the castle. I must say I am proud to continue and enhance the work started by my great-grandfather when employed by your ancestor in 1795. Angus McAllister! Oh, thank you, Angus. Oh, here it is. Whew! Dear Lady Ashbury, I thank you for your previous letters and ardent discussions about vampire folklore. It's now obvious that we share an opinion concerning scientific and modern approach toward the need for blood and cure of addiction. I must confess I admired your charitable attitude when I met you at Dunbarrow Sanatorium, and I'm still impressed by your kindness when talking with humble and poor patients. I was delighted to read about the position of administrator at the Pembroke Hospital that you financed since its founding. After a few days of deliberation, I'm happy to accept your offer. It will be, for me, an occasion to get back to the busy streets of London after years of public service in the beautiful but far quieter Scotland. I will be glad to meet you there and discuss with you further about immortality, its advantages and disadvantages, and how to enhance your condition. I look forward to our next meeting. Swansea. Swansea. So she's the reason Swansea is in there. We're gonna find out that she's responsible for everything. It's all her fault. It's all my
This
mom's
painting
fault.
looks suspicious.
Bitch, I haven't even looked at the painting yet. You're suspicious. These nuts are suspicious. Alright, which one looks suspicious? Which one? Which one is sus? Which one of these paintings is sus? Oh, that one. Yeah, it does look suspicious as fuck. Sus. Lady, hey, come on. I really fucking don't like it when people use trap like that. Like, I've said it before. Please don't make me repeat myself. Alright, let's go upstairs. Ooh, the door's unlocked. Wait, we were here before. Alright, we're just... Why would they give me the ability to circle back there? Oh, let's check out the side. The painting is suspicious. Oh, old contract. Dear Mrs. Ashbury, when we last communicated, you asked for the conveyance of a large coffin from the Temple Church. London, to the crypt of the Ashbury... It's fuck... Yup! London to the crypt of the Ashbury Castle in Scotland. I'm happy to report you... She's fucking William! This totally makes it 100%. She is that knight. That's her. She was the knight. This was the coffin that they moved so that she escaped. She was the one ancient vampire to escape. My drivers have been informed that for security reasons, guards must always protect the coffin. You've hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. They also have been informed that under no circumstance should the carriage try to pass the river by boat, but always by road and bridges. For the precious wood and the relics inside the coffin cannot be exposed to humidity and moisture. You'll find a detailed quote for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as payment is received in full. This is her. She's fucking William. That is. Alright, so let's look at the other side of this painting. Or not. Let's not look at the other side of this painting because it's just walls. Alright, let's go downstairs again. Maybe we'll find what we're looking for. Man, that was a good story switcheroo. I had no clue. What's in here? Oh, you were here already. But I can't get down here yet. I've got to figure out how to open up this door. That's not a door. That's not where I'm going. Confront Lady Ashley. Where is she? How do I find her? I can eat the rats. That's not helpful. We came through... What did we do anyway? It said voila. I assume it opened something. This is where we fell down. Is this what it opened? What happened when we voila'd? Well, it specifically pointed this out, saying this was suspect. Oh shit!
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
I used my vampire senses, and they led me to find the sword and a crescent moon. See if we can find this. Maybe it's in the paintings? The many paintings? A sword and a crescent moon.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you
Portrait.
I'm
A sword and a moon. Wait, is this a moon? Oh. What is this? What the fuck? There's the moon. So if I... There's a sword. Oh, god fucking damn it. God fucking damn... God, I knew it was in the goddamn fireplace. I didn't look in the fireplace enough. Ancient Tome 1217. An angel came to me, blessed by God. Michael appeared to me last night in all of his glory, shaped in glorious blood to grant me eternal life at the dusk of my life. The apparition was so sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes. Struck by the divine gift, I fell to the ground only to waken the next night. You will serve me as you served your kings, said the angel before striking me with all his power. You will protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I shall now hide and retreat, for they consider me dead. Soon I will leave company of men and serve my new purpose, blessed by God. 1350, 35 years later. Michael appeared to me last night in my retreat under Temple Church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved. Death is everywhere. Black Death. The Black Death, an epidemic sent by the devil himself to punish mortals across all over the world. My arm is strong. In the name of God, I shall smite the enemies of mankind. England shall prevail. 1569. 200 years later. For almost 20 years. It's almost 20 years since my fight started against the devil, and the end is uncertain from time to time. The plague, the Black Death, reappears in a village, in a town, and each time it is the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share of mortal suffering. Vampires, dreadful creatures. I won't let this land collapse. Until my last breath, I shall serve and protect England. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, 1578. Tonight, in the small village of Hodidson, I met the most delicate soul I've seen for a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing for those she knew and loved, those killed by a new plague outbreak. Without fearing for her own life, her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offer her offered her eternal life as a reward for her virtue and most pious attitude. Her name is Elizabeth Englewood. I am not alone anymore. Together we shall praise God in all of his glory for eons to come. Oh, so she loved him, maybe. She was in love with William? My heart is breaking, my soul is bleeding. Tonight my dear Elizabeth left me. I taught her all I knew, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path through the ages. This is her wish, and I will respect it. Elizabeth Englewood, my sweet daughter, is gone. For now she must be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. I made her a promise. If she ever comes back to Hodgson, she will find me there, managing the bull inn her parents owned before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times now that the Black Death is no more, until we meet again. I shall be known as William Thorne, waiting for my angel to come back. The devil is at work again. The great plague is back, reaping thousands of lives in London. I must sell the bull inn and go there. Once more, William Marshall shall protect the land. 1666. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. God forgive me. The terrifying creature I had to defeat was a demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh, a walking apocalypse. I had to trap the dreadful creature in St. Paul's Church and set the building on fire. Without the advice of Michael, I don't know if I could have defeated my enemy. The flames cleansed the city. Why'd that happen? Okay. That's freaky. Alright. The flames cleansed the city of the demon's presence, but half of London burnt down. Ever since, I have dreamt of a red flood, of a slaughter and rage. It's like the disaster has tainted my blood, my very soul. For the first time in centuries, I am afraid I shall crawl back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy of my infected soul. 1667. Elizabeth came to me. She said she felt my pain and rushed to me. My poor daughter, blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate. I bit her. She fled. Shocked by my betrayal, I laughed and cried as she cursed me. God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? 1712. My prayers have been answered. My prayers have been heard. I have found the strength to resist the need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you ever forgive me? I've heard you now kill and take pleasure in bloodbath with this new progeny of yours. You're a victim in all of this. What have I done? I swear I will find a way to make amends for what I have done to you. I swear I shall rest once I know how to appease the blood of hate. Oh my god. Oh god, there's so much reading. 1785, the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole finally agreed to meet me in London. They have proposed to meet with me inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose the place where I defeated the disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition there in the sacred silence of the church, and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Dusastro, the Eater of Stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request. My burning desire. We've actually read this paragraph before, but that's fine. My burning desire to stop the blood of hate, blah, blah, blah. That's where he finds out about the tears of angels, right? Tear of angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord. It took me more than 100 years to find a clue. Soon I may repair the wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Blood of the purest heart mixed with blood of king. Got it. I'm ready to enjoy this excruciating pain. We already read that. I'm not rereading it. I only mostly reread it. 1786. I finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the Tear of the Angels. Blood of the purest heart for the fortitude, blood of a king for courage, garlic essence for the painful cleansing. After months of impatience, almost made mad by the hungry, I waited again and again until finally Elizabeth cautiously came to me. As promised, I chained myself to be sure so I would not attack her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter, who at first, for she was only Lady Blackwood now, the dreadful mistress of the dark, who took delight in the slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized and cried for what I had inflicted on her. She shouted at me when I tried to explain to her that my bite had infected her, had given her blood of the hate, now burning in her veins, in her soul. I told her I had found a cure, and that I had managed to create one dose of antidote. I gave it to her to give her back her previous peaceful life. In exchange, I asked her to take care of me. Why does it keep doing that? Stop it. I gave it to her to give back her previous peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in my tomb, chained if necessary, to impeach me from feeding on any mortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the Tear of Angels and left. I hope to see her again, cured and at peace. 1794. She came back to me finally, cured, healthy, joyful. My Elizabeth. She told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France after witnessing and taking part in the massacre of an entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised me she would take care of me now. That's all I asked, as I repent for all the murdered souls caused by my negligence for more than 100 years. Holy fuck. My dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She has recently bought a castle in Scotland. She will soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat, far from temptation, far from noisy, crowded cities. I can't wait to embrace the solitude, find peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me strength to resist the urges during the journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I shall give a copy of these memoirs to the brother of St. Stoll, without the most shameful and sensible information. Of course, soon I shall leave London to pursue my penance. There I shall find peace at last with my the support of my resuscitated Elizabeth. Okay, that was so fucking many words. Elizabeth is a disaster. That's why her blood caused the new disaster. She was cured by the same thing that I just took. By the Marshal. The weird thing, though, that they don't go over is, like, she was immortal, but not a vampire. And so was Marshal. Or at least that's what it alludes to. They were immortal, and then they became vampires. Like, or at least that's what I get from that. Where is that? Was it the Origin of Vampires? The skulls? Fuck, what did I just read? Oh no, it would have been over here. This thing, right here. In 1217, Michael gave them eternal life, but he didn't get bit until 1666. So he was 400 years old before he got bit. So they were already immortals? And he made her one? Or maybe they were just different kinds of vampires? Kinds of vampires that didn't need blood? That weren't hungry for blood? That's fucking interesting to me. That's really fucking cool. So, they were vampires, but they didn't have the blood curse or the hunger. Until 1666, when he got infected, and then he infected her to make her a disaster. And she became a disaster in the 1700s in France. Oh, this is fucking cool, man.
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. Never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
I had to read so fucking much. That's what took me so long. Reading.
Really?
Yes. This is William Marshal, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
I was hoping that it would be a red herring and she would be...
You called him father.
For he gave me eternal life. And
That she
much
would have
more.
been the person
so
who
many
was
questions, Elizabeth.
William Marshal.
You always had questions, Dr. Reid.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it once and for all.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place.
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
Fuck.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil. She exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all.
That's not what the dad ghost said. Daddy said that you are not a healthy carrier.
We could cure him.
It's too late.
Daddy said no.
The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
Yeah, I mean, he made it the first time.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty Ekon who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
This is strange, because it very clearly says he doesn't become infected until 1666, and he was someone named Michael, gave him immortality of some sort in 1215.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I
Please
not
explain
take
that
care
to
of
me.
him? He
Was he a
sacrificed
vampire?
himself
Was he
by giving me the
not a
only
vampire?
dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote.
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
Oh yeah, he said Michael was made purely of blood. That's true. So Michael is daddy. So he was still a vampire, so what's with the thirst thing?
What do you do for
He would have been a vampire for
visit him as
400
often
years
as
before he got
possible.
infected.
I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
You know, it still kind of makes sense. So they were vampires and they still fed, but he wasn't infected with the blood of hate until 1666. So the blood of hate is just a strain of blood, I guess, that is cursed by that blood goddess. That's my theory, I guess.
Marshall infected.
Still.
He is the true original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan.
It's not plot holes. It's us not
I was
understanding.
nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It
Yeah,
was
this
the
is on
blood of
PC. I'm playing it
hate,
on PC.
But my father's antidote cured me.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you.
Steam. It's on
Since
Steam.
the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse, forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
How did you meet William Marshall?
In
He was an
Harrensburg.
echo for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Can I?
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew
Yeah, we
I would
figured it
follow
out.
you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Hello, old vampire dude.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
He wants to bite
I
you.
think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want?
You don't
then?
experience age, you're an immortal.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were,
Oh.
I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place.
It's Suspective. Thank you so much for following the channel. Welcome to the community. Hope you're having a good night.
If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
Aww.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long.
I want to suck your blood.
Blow a fortress
Bleed.
down if you
Blood.
released it.
Hey Tom, how you doing?
Can we speak about the
The
Morrigan?
The
Morrigan.
Red Queen.
It's Aspect.
What of her?
It's Aspect Live, not It's Aspect Live. Oh. But close. Sorry if I messed up your name. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I meant. It's not, it's Aspective. It's Aspect Live. I need to get this game. Well, don't look! Don't look, it's spoiler land. This is the end game.
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
I like how your beard
Do you
goes
know
through your
who she
shirt.
is?
I
That's
don't
a really
want
good
to
vampire
discuss
trick.
this
How do I get
in
that?
front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the red song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time.
You are to sleep?
Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such
Oh,
creatures?
shit.
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts. And
So they're even older, crazier vampires that are just like super beasts.
Do you remember?
This is a cool world they've built.
Maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Tell me about Elizabeth.
I already know how she was infected.
How
I
was
read
she
it.
infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again. Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood?
Yeah.
I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
Old Grandpa Marshall.
How did you meet?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance.
It was in like the 1400s or something.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her.
He's a good dad.
I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it.
We could set you free.
Why would we do that?
Let you out.
No, he doesn't want to be
Isn't that
set
what you
free.
want?
I pray
Some of these
for the
options are
day I'll
dumb.
see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will
He
you stay here?
would be a
and
mass
repent?
murderer.
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me.
Yeah, you're gonna die. We're gonna kill you. That's what we should do. You need to die. It's
Has
been
the
too
time
long.
come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
Yeah, let's walk him outside.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear. For it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord.
Feel David Cage QTE coming on.
Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
Now she's gonna try and kill
What do you
herself.
mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
It's not true.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust
Oh
me.
shit.
I can save you.
I think this depends on like. I think what happens here depends
How
on
could I
what.
trust you, Jonathan?
How
could
well I
take
played.
such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then. As long as we must, until I find a cure.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to starve for centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
We will lock ourselves down then. I'll get all the material I need and I'll perform my research here with you until you're cured.
Are you mad? Who would take care of us? Who would free us if it takes decades or even more?
Old Bridget will take care of us.
You are serious, aren't you? You really are ready to do this?
I love you, Elizabeth. I can do this. Please, stay with me.
believe you. This is crazy, but I believe you, Jonathan.
Nice. Alright, I think we got a good ending. I wish I knew what the super good ending was. I wish I hadn't accidentally killed Clay Cox in the beginning of the game. Then I wouldn't have killed anyone and I would have gotten the great ending. Wine. I think that the universe that they build is super good.
Called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is
I would
sung,
love to see more
and your
about
path
this
chosen.
universe.
England is safe, for you have prevailed. I bid you farewell, my champion, bittersweet. You found yourself a newer quest, and so I leave you to it. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Alrighty. We did it! We beat a game. My notes of this game is that I think it's really good. I had a super fun time. I don't like that it got a lot of shit for its combat when it's clearly a story-based game. Because it's really good and I really liked it. Bloodborne will be next. We're doing Bloodborne. I've never played Bloodborne before. We're gonna be doing Bloodborne this week. Not now. No, not now. We're gonna start Bloodborne this week. I don't want to like cockblock. Tomorrow's Tuesday, right? I don't want to cockblock myself by taking a day off on Wednesday, so we'll probably start Bloodborne on Thursday. Tomorrow we'll do like multiplayer games with Endel. I'm having a fantastic time with this game. I really liked it. I want to play it again. I want to play it again and get the good ending, and I want to play it again and get the bad ending. Story was cool. Characters were cool. Some of the dialogue options I really didn't like, which I mentioned a lot. A lot of the times the dialogue repeats itself in really strange ways, and a lot of the animations during serious conversations are very jittery and weird and strange. So I feel like they definitely could have made some improvements there, but in general I think this game is really solid. I would probably even give it like an 8.5 out of 10. It was really fun, but it wasn't at first. It has a very slow build up because it's so dialogue heavy and it's narrative based. I think this game was a lot more fun to play than it is to stream, because it's got a lot of lore, it's got a lot of reading and dialogue, but it's good. It's really fun. That's basically all my notes on it. I really liked this game. This is a really good game. Yeah, this is fucking fun. I kind of really want a new game plus. I feel like a new game plus would be super fun. Like if you can start over. I don't know if there isn't one. What if I select this? What happens if I select this? Continue? Is it just gonna take me to like the end again? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Thank you so much for that bit. Yeah, single bit. Alright, what happens if I load here? Alright, it's just the final. It's just the finale again. That sucks. I feel like this game could really benefit from a new game plus. I think it'd be really fun to play through it again. Do I think there'll be DLC? Maybe. I don't know if this is the kind of game you could easily add DLC. Is there an option to like new game plus this? No, okay, there isn't. I'll have to play it again on my own. Wah. So yeah, Vampyr was a solid playthrough. Thank you for enjoying it with me. For now, it looks like Endel's playing some Vermintide. We'll